Good morning, Bix Weir, roadrunner.com. With your morning horn of Z's, your sip of chaga coffee. Wanted to talk about a little bit about liposomal vitamin C. Make sure it might say on the front 1400 milligrams or whatever it is. On the back, check the serving size because it usually says 1400 per serving. And then you go on the back, it says there's 2 capsules per serving. So make sure you do that and take all that other stuff. Yes, I know. There's a million conspiracies. There's a million fake things going on. Nobody knows what's really happening. And that's by plan, obviously. Plan on the good guy's side, plan on the bad guy's side. It's a cluster. What do? Take care of your body. Your body has to be the number one defense and the last defense. If you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of other people. So we're going to get it. I'm hearing now it lingers in the air for 2 hours because it gets caught. The virus gets caught on little particles, and you can just walk around. Poof, you ran right into it. That type of stuff. You can't avoid it. if you unless you're the boy in the bubble. You ever see that movie, The Boy in the Bubble? Guy lives his life in the bubble because if he gets a virus, he dies. Unless you're the boy in the bubble, you're not going to be able to avoid this. So make sure you jack up your body with the vitamin C, chaga tea, or chaga pills, chaga liquid, whatever. Chaga. Vitamins, vitamin D. If you get it, or if you get a cough, Usina clears up you cough more. I use it, and I cough more with it, but it loosens up what's in your throat and you can spit it out. C60. Colloidal silver is not good internally. It's not bad if you take it in moderation internally, but it basically gets used up in the mouth and in the nasal passages. So it doesn't get down to your gut, doesn't get into your lungs, doesn't get through your liver to spread throughout your body, that type of thing. From what I hear. Don't fight me on this. I get it. A lot of people don't believe it's even real. They don't see people in these huge tents that are being built. Well, number one, it hasn't hit yet. The true virus hasn't hit yet, so we'll see. And it might be fake. That's the other thing. It might be there's a part that might be fake and a part that might be real, and then there's fake videos and real. It is really hard to figure out what the hell is going on. It could be all a ploy of the bad guys to take away our freedoms. It could be all a ploy of the good guys to shut it down because they're going to make mass arrests and all the. We've got all this. It's 5G. It's everything is on the table right now. It is insane. What's the smartest thing to do? Tell yourself, tell your friends, tell your family to get your body hard for whatever. Just like the finances. You should have gold, silver, a little bit of cash in your possession. Why? Because at some point the whole shit is going to fall apart. And you got to be ready for it. So it's just like the virus. Two separate things. For the virus, you gotta build up your defenses and tell everybody else to just get as much vitamin C as possible in their bodies and chaga mushroom. It won't hurt them. It won't hurt them. And just like having gold, silver, and cryptos in your own possession, a little bit of cash for the craziness in your own possession, it won't hurt them. But it could save their lives. Save their financial life, save their physical life, so that they can fulfill whatever they came here out to planet Earth to fulfill in their life's mission. That's where I am. We did big shopping yesterday. You could see a lot of the stores are starting to run out of stuff. We filled up our freezer yesterday. So we're good for this. Bracing for 2 tough weeks. Trump contradicts past comments, playing down deadly coronavirus. Of course, this is from the Washington Post. Why am I quoting this? It was the first one that came up on the 2 weeks because I wanted to talk about that. Washington Post is ridiculous. So you're going to hear a lot of crazy things. Trump knows that even if this is fake, the Democrats aren't going to, and the deep state are not going to back down. The next 10 days are probably the most likely days for Trump and the good guys to make their move, if you believe in that stuff. Make their move as to make arrests. Trump's already given up on the economy. When he said this, 2 tough weeks, and it's going to be months. So that leaves the door wide open for making significant arrests. So keep an eye on that. Um, you don't know if it's going to be announced that famous people got arrested. I don't know. Nobody knows. But what you can do is take care of your financial body and take care of your physical body. Financial body in your own possession. Anyway, COVID-19 is the greatest test that we have faced since the formation of the United Nations. I agree. Why? It's a test on can we maintain and hold our freedom and liberty through something. Yes, I get the medical stuff, but what good is being healthy and moving forward if you have no liberty and freedom left? Never sacrifice liberty and freedom for safety. We're only going to be here a short time anyway. Do the best you can, but do not, if you're in America, do not give up your freedom and liberty. Demand it. Now, the whole lockdown, I think, that's the step number one to taking away freedom and liberty. When they take away rights, they rarely, if ever, give them back. You have to fight, overthrow the government ever to get your rights back. So think about that as we go forward. Think about that. We probably will go on martial law. And it better have a specific time frame. And see, that's the problem. When you go on martial law, they say, oh, yeah, it'll only be a month. And then voila, you're under a deep state control, and they control every part of your life. So it is a tricky balance between health and safety versus giving up everything your country was built for, freedom and liberty. Never, never, never give up freedom and liberty for more than a specific amount of time. Because usually when you give them a little, they're going to take a lot. Here's what I want to do today. My friends over at Zero Hedge are on a roll. Absolutely like usual, but let's see what they're... Now, the stock market's hovering around 20,000. Why? Who knows? It's all high-frequency trades. It's all Steve Mnuchin clicking his mouse. He's burning through the $4 trillion right now, rigging gold and silver markets, rigging crypto markets, rigging the U.S. stock market, rigging the oil markets. Mnuchin is just burning through that cash. They're going to come back for more in a couple weeks, so be prepared for that. That's when we need to stand up and say, hey, no more. We should have done it last week, but we're going to get a lot more chances. So hang in there. Trader, we can't handle the truth after all. Most of us have lower pain thresholds than we would like to admit and have developed various coping mechanisms to deal with it. We opt to hear what we want to. Absolutely. It's easy to say, I'm going to fight the machine when they start taking over. It's harder to do it. We were born and raised in a nanny state in the United States of America, probably around the world, that people weren't taught how to take care of themselves. They weren't taught as a group how to stand up for your rights and your liberty. It'll be interesting when Trump declares martial law if the left does anything about it. Because whatever Trump does, they want to do the opposite. So I would say, great, stand up for your liberty and rights. At some point, we're all going to go outside, and the people who can't probably won't or shouldn't. But the rest of us have to live our life, and there's always risks in life. No, the old economic system isn't going to be there. That is gone. That ended probably first of the year zero. Check out my videos on the private road about year zero, the update. All right, U.S. manufacturing slumps to its biggest contraction since the financial crisis. It's just a matter of weeks that this is happening. It will not start again. Why? All the pieces and parts are made in China and Asia and around the world. Globalization has ended. By hook or by crook, it is not going back to the past, ever. So we're in a whole new world. You need to think that way moving forward. What are you going to do? What are you going to do to make money? What are you going to do to live? What are you going to do to take care of your friends and family? What's your social life going to be like? What are your investments going to be like? You need to rethink everything. Rabobank, MMT Rump. Would you want to be a Democratic candidate running against the spending USD $2 trillion of infrastructure in a weak economy? Good luck with that. Yeah, Trump's an MMT-er too. Modern monetary theory says print as much as there is no consequences to printing. Now the Republicans and the Democrats believe that because it's true. That's the end of the road to Ruta, is in print money to infinity. Absolutely, they're going to give people another check. When it finally shows up, it's way too late and it's way too small. They're going to triple it. You're going to get 3,000, 5,000, and then 10,000, and they'll just whatever you want. You name your price, and then it's over. More proof that the globalization has reversed. Ford is delaying North American production indefinitely. You cannot make a car with a missing piece. Just doesn't work that way. Automakers cancel plans to restart production in both Mexico and the USA. Everybody has stopped production because the reversal of globalization means there's no pieces and parts going anywhere. Where do you think Ford got even his manufacturing in the US? Where did they have their plastics molded? Where did they machine tool their parts? It was all in Asia, all in China. And here we go for oil. Again, the destruction of the oil and gas markets was planned on the road to Ruta long ago. It's the black tears that Ruta finds. That's the petrodollar that was used to support the economy since the early 1970s. And it was a plan. You can't go off a gold standard without something backing the currency. They invented this thing, Alan Greenspan invented this thing called the petrodollar. And they recycled US dollars through Saudi Arabia, and Saudi Arabia would take the money and buy US stocks to support the stock market and bond market and blah, 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 blah. We all know that. That's the petrodollar. No, it's got nothing to do with, the petrodollar is, the dollar's actually backed by oil. No, it's not backed by anything. It is. It's backed by faith and confidence. How much faith and confidence do you have in your government now? How much faith and confidence do you have the king market rigger from Goldman Sachs, computer expert whiz, little Stephen Mnuchin? What a great name, Mnuchin. Joe Biden, I don't know what is going on with that. Does anybody know what's going on with why the Democrats would prop up this weekend and Bernie's type of guy as their person to solve all our issues? Oh my God. The good thing for them is they're not going to have the Democratic convention. They're not going to have live debates. If they don't have live debates, they can put up a phony Joe Biden pretty easily. If Joe Biden even makes it that far. Clearly, the world will never go back to the way it was. And that's what you got to get your heads around. Don't rely on the government to save you. Don't rely on the government for anything. You need to get your heads around what the hell are we going to do to earn a living, to survive, and what are we going to do going forward? A long way down to value still. A third major crisis in 20 years. These are only supposed to happen once every 100 or 1,000 or 10,000 years, say the rocket scientists. They're supposed to happen, yeah. But in a rigged market, everything is on the brink of collapse at all times. You got to keep that rigging going higher and higher and higher and higher, or everything collapses. Apocalyptic April, Trump fails to end oil price war as Saudis unleash oil tsunami on the world. It's all part of the plan. Oil is going to be worth it. There are already places where oil is worth negative money. Why? Because they don't have the storage and it costs them the storage. Negative money. You want to buy some oil? You get $10 for taking it off their hands. That type of thing. It's insane. Russia sends very, very large plane load of masks and medical equipment to the USA. I told you all along, Russia and the US have always been allies. It's only the deep state bad guys that have been fighting Russia. Some of Trump's critics criticize the aid as propaganda ploy for Russia. Screw you. Whatever happened to, lives are more important than anything. Unbelievable. CNN probably. Small businesses lost most jobs since the financial crisis, ADP reports. And that's nothing. That's nobody's even. This happens so fast. Nobody's even thinking about what's going to happen next month. Try all the businesses that crash, and think about the banks. Leverage lending 10-1. When they lose $1, they're going to lose $10. And I don't know how well they're going to jimmy their books for the first quarter, but we're going to find out soon enough. Again, the next 10 days or so are the time for Trump to make some kind of move behind the scenes, if you ask me. And yes, they did take the Fed into the U.S. Treasury. What does that mean? It doesn't mean anything. They were working hand in hand together anyway, behind the scenes. Futures tumble as bear market rally ends. In the shutdown. Now, people are starting to get antsy about ending the shutdown. They want to go back to their life as it was. They will never do that. Life as we knew it is gone and will be gone forever. Life going forward is different. The next 10 years are going to be exceptionally hard. Because we got to rebuild America. We have so much things to do. We got to bring all our troops home from everywhere. I think that is already in the works. That is happening. I hope we can get them all back. Sometimes before the market falls apart, before everything falls apart. They don't deserve to be stuck in Germany or South Korea or anywhere. They belong home. They belong on our borders. We need them. Anyway, that's what's going on. If you're on the road to Ruta, I put up my timeline in February. And I said, here's how I think it's going to happen. I nailed the first month. Remember, February, not many people were talking about coronavirus. The stock market was at like 2,900. And I'm throwing this thing up, and people are saying, what the fuck, Bix? This is so off. This is so wrong. Look what I hit. This is exactly what I put up in February. For March 2020, news of the coronavirus goes viral, and there's a run on all stores for supplies. It might seem obvious now. It did not look obvious in February. Governments around the world tried to calm fears by claiming it's under control. Remember that at the beginning of March? Oh, we got this under control. Trump's like, oh, yeah, we got it. It's all under control. Number 3, Fed steps in to juice the stock market. Temporary spikes hit all markets. Yes, they are in there juicing, but there's spikes off these lows that they keep falling to. Steve Mnuchin was running out of cash, so he got $4 trillion just a couple days ago. So there's going to be more rigging. A lot. Steve Mnuchin and the plunge protection team rig markets higher from where they should be, maybe Dow 10,000 or 5,000. Large companies warned that there will be a temporary hit to first quarter earnings. There weren't a lot of companies. There were some who said, obviously, there's going to be a hit to first quarter earnings. First quarter earnings start today and go for the whole month. Banks, I think, are 2 weeks or so. Everybody has a different earnings date. Oh my God. A lot of companies probably won't even be able to say, hey, here's where we are. Small companies can't source necessary inventories to run businesses. Obviously, the small companies will go first, and they are going. Restaurant and liquor supply. All the liquor reps. My family's in the liquor business. They're like, what the hell? Who do we sell to if there's no restaurants? It's also a problem for sourcing food. About 35% of the time, people were eating out at restaurants. And that's how that supply chain was set up. Now, everybody's going to the supermarket and staying home. They're not spending more money. They're not employing people. So, yeah, small companies that can't get a part to make a widget, good luck. Crypto spike higher as global fiat spigots are turned on. They came up a little bit. What I didn't throw in there was that the bailout would be so fast. I didn't think the bailout would be in March, the first or second or third. I don't even know which one. I didn't think that we, the people, would give Steve Mnuchin $4 trillion to rig markets. If there's anything I've missed, it's that, the stupidity of Americans. But luckily, I think now, when the banksters come back, they're going to need another $10 trillion. Hopefully people are awake. We'll find out. Silver market turns hyper volatile towards the end of the month. Absolutely. Went down to like $13, $12. And there's no silver to be found anywhere in quantity, especially on the COMEX. Delivery problems in silver and gold on COMEX and LBMA. Bingo, nailed that one. Well, what does that mean? Right now, people are waiting for their gold and silver deliveries. And it's this month, it's the silver delivery. So, hey, I go out a few months on this. I am going to redo this also at the beginning of this month. So in the next couple days, I'll put a new timeline out. If you guys are interested, what I think for March, for April, May, June, July, on the road to Ruta, join the road to Ruta today. Hit subscribe today. I did want to do this. My friend Jean-Claude, hopefully you guys saw my interview with him and Cliff High. I think he just did with Snippy and Dick Allgaier. Jean-Claude at Beyond Mystic on Twitter just made this little short video making a Coronatini. This is the cocktail that Cliff High recommended. Great video. Him and his wife, Sarah, do this. Great job. I'd play it for you right now, but he's got James Bond music playing in the background. They're going to ding me for copyright infringement. So go to Twitter, Jean-Claude at Beyond_Mystic. Beyond_Mystic. And look up Coronatini cocktail. It's really funny. It's a little a mini play, shall we say. Very cool. Nice job. And it saves lives, which is key. All right, that's all I got for you right now. I'll be checking in today. Lots going on today. Stay safe. Tell everybody you know about the vitamin C stuff, about chaga mushroom, and how to take care of themselves. And warn everybody you're going to get it. The more you get it, the worse off you are. So try to minimize your contact with it. But it's coming to you and your body and your loved ones. There is no way around it. There is no way around it. You got to fortify the body. Why? The good guys in Trump aren't telling everybody to go out and load up on vitamin C and chaga is a mystery to me. If the good guys were really good guys, they'd be screaming to humanity, go load up on vitamin C, but they aren't. Anyway, this is Bix, roadtoruta.com. Talk to you later.